than n, else weight is 55, that is definitely to choice 4. Hence, question number 1, it is choice 4. Then coming to question number 2. Now, in this question number 2, which of the following is the possible weight of m? Yes, which is the possible weight of m here? M is more than 72. More than 72 is 75, that is choice 2. Now, this is about question number 2. Then 3 onwards, 8 friends J, K, L, M, N, O, P and Q. Now, these 8 persons are seated around a circular table facing the center clearly given. Now, 8 people, who are those 8 people? J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q are the 8 persons who are seated around a circular table, and these 8 persons are facing towards the center clearly given. Then the first information is related to, and each one of them belongs to a different state. Then condition number 1, P is an immediate neighbor of the persons from both Delhi and Odisha. Now, P is, as all these persons are facing towards the center, now we can fix one of the persons here. Hence, this P is immediate neighbor of the person from Odisha and Delhi. Now, this is one possibility. The second possibility is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. P is here. Now, the person from Delhi is to the left hand side of P, and the person from Odisha is to the right hand side of this P. Then, Delhi, both Delhi and Odisha, L sits out to the right of the person from Odisha. Now, in the first case, L will be here, and in the second case, 1, 2, 3, L will be here. There are 2 possibilities. Then, only 2 people sit between Q and L. As 2 people sit between Q and L, 1, 2, Q can be either here or 1, 2, Q can be here. In the first case, we are having 2 different possibilities. Then, in the second case, only 2 people between L and Q. Then, Q can be here or Q can be from Delhi. Isn't it? 2 possibilities. L is neither from Delhi nor from Haryana. As L is neither from Delhi nor from Haryana, now in this case, L is neither from Delhi nor from Haryana. M sits second to the right of the one from Maharashtra. Now, 2 people between L and Q, and at the same time, L is neither from Delhi nor Haryana. L cannot be from Haryana, and similarly here also, L cannot be from Haryana. And the next information, M sits second to the right of the person from Maharashtra. Now, if any person from Maharashtra is here, then this person M sits second to the right of the one from Maharashtra. Neither Q nor L is from Maharashtra. L is neither from Maharashtra, and Q also is not from Maharashtra. Neither L nor Q is from Maharashtra. As neither L nor Q is from Maharashtra, then what is the other information here? Neither L nor Q from Maharashtra. The one from Maharashtra is not an immediate neighbor of L. Now, Maharashtra cannot be here, and Maharashtra cannot be here as well. Now, tell me what are the different possibilities to this Maharashtra. Maharashtra cannot be at this place, cannot be here, and it cannot be here because Delhi is already here, isn't it? And it cannot be here, and it cannot be here as well. Hence, these are the 5 possibilities ruled out. Now, we are left with the remaining. Now, tell me where can this Maharashtra be? Then, Maharashtra cannot be here as well. Why? If Maharashtra is here, M sits second to the right of Maharashtra is invalid. Then, L and M must be in the same place, which is not possible. Hence, all these red crosses, which implies that Maharashtra cannot be in these places. Then, now tell me whether the person from Maharashtra can be here or not. If the person from Maharashtra is here, L and P, M and P must be in the same place, which is not possible. Hence, Maharashtra cannot be here as well. Hence, in the given 7 places, Maharashtra is not possible. Then what is the only possibility left over here? The person from Maharashtra must be at this place. Isn't it? As Maharashtra is here, M sits second to the right of the person from Maharashtra, hence M must be at this place. Are you following this one or not? M sits second to the right of the person from Maharashtra. Neither Q nor L is from Maharashtra, and the one from Maharashtra is not an immediate neighbor of L. Only one person between L and O. As only one person between L and O, hence O must be here, because there must be only one person between L and O. and O is not an immediate neighbor of Q. As O is not an immediate neighbor of Q, Q cannot be here. As Q cannot be here, then where should this Q be? Q must be in between P and M, isn't it? Hence, Q must be at this place. Are you following this one or not? Then, O is not an immediate neighbor of Q, and the one from Punjab sits to the immediate right of K. Punjab is seated to the immediate right hand side of K. Now, K and Punjab. Punjab is an immediate neighbor of K. Then what are the different possibilities to this K here? Now, tell me whether K can be at this place or not. Then, earlier we have left one more information regarding this. P is an immediate neighbor of the person Delhi. L sits south from Odisha. Two people between Q and L. L is neither from Delhi nor from Haryana. L is neither from Delhi nor from Haryana. M sits second to the right of the one from Maharashtra. Neither Q nor L is from Maharashtra. The one from Maharashtra is not an immediate neighbor of L. Only one person between L and O is not an immediate neighbor of Q. O is not an immediate neighbor of Q. And the one from Punjab sits to the immediate right of K. Punjab is seated to the immediate right of K. Now, K can be at this place. K is from Delhi. Then, this L is from Punjab. Are you following this one or not? Now, K can be here. Then, K cannot be at this place. K cannot be at this place. Then, if K is here, then this O must be from Punjab, which is not possible. And K can be here as well. If K is here, M will be from Punjab. Hence, either L can be from Punjab or M can be from Punjab. And the one from Punjab sits to the immediate right of K. L is not from Punjab. As L is not from Punjab, Punjab here is completely ruled out. As Punjab here is ruled out, then where should this Punjab be? As who will be from Punjab? M is from Punjab. If M is from Punjab, and this K will be here. Done with this? Hence, K cannot be here as well. Now we are left with the two more places. L is not from Punjab. The one from Karnataka is one of the immediate neighbors of Punjab. Karnataka is an immediate neighbor of the person from Punjab. Hence, one of the immediate neighbor of Punjab means K or Q, out of which Q is from Odisha, and this K is from Karnataka. Clear now? K is from Karnataka. Then, one of the immediate neighbors of Punjab, J is from Sikkim. As J is from Sikkim, now tell me where can this J be? This is the only place left over, and this J is from which place? J is from Sikkim, and Sikkim is here. J is from Sikkim. J is not an immediate neighbor of M. Now, we got that J is not an immediate neighbor of M. Tell me who is the person left over here? N is the person left over. Then, this L is neither from Punjab, neither from Maharashtra nor Haryana. As L is not from Haryana, and this L is from which place? L is from Goa. This is the only place left over. And then whatever this P is from Haryana. P is from Haryana. Clear now? This is how these 8 persons are seated around this circular table, facing towards the center, and each one of them belongs to a different state. And this is about question numbers 3 to 6. Let's write down this arrangement. Then let us discuss about the second one, question number 7. Now in question number 7, most of the students except the first and the second ranker are not necessarily be talented. Okay? Most of the students except the first and the second rankers need not necessarily be talented, isn't it? And the remaining rankers except the first and the second ranker, that is from third rank onwards, they need not necessarily be talented, means with the hard work they can able to get to that position. And a hard work can take you to those places. Hard work can take you to those places means hard work can gives you the result. That means from third rank onwards. The first 2 ranks needs some talent, but with the remaining ranks, hard work is sufficient. Talent is only optional. Then Dean of College X from his experience of the entrance examination for his college. Here he is talking about the entrance examination of his college only. In order to secure the first and the second rankers, definitely the student should have the talent, but as for the remaining, need not necessarily have the talents. In order to score the remaining ranks, the other people can also, without the talent also, they can able to secure. Then, which of the following can be inferred from this one? Hardworking student needs to necessarily be talented. Is he talking anything regarding this one? To clear the entrance exam. Here, now in the above thing he is talking about how to get the ranks from 3 onwards, but whereas clearing the examination is not at all given in the above statement. Second one, a hardworking student who lacks talent can clear the entrance examination or not? Yes, because from 3rd rank onwards, that student should not have, need not necessarily have a talent. Hence, what can you infer from this one? Choice 2 can be inferred. Done with this? Implicit means, what do you mean by this word implicit? That is the assumption of the author. What is the assumption of the author here? Though there is no talent, the persons could able to clear the examination. Then question number 8. Now in this question number 8, many residents of village A have been admitted, to hospital jet after having suffered from acute diarrhea and vomiting in the last 7 days. And according to experts, this has been a result of consumption of what? Contaminated water from a common source. Now they have consumed this contaminated water from the common source, and because of that one, now these persons were admitted into this hospital. Then which of the following represents the most immediate course of action? Immediate course of action means what is the root cause for this one? Contaminated water. And now in order to give a solution to this one, what should be the final result? The desired result should be the persons in that village should have pure drinking water, isn't it? Now they have to focus on to clear that contaminated water. Then condition number 1, the government should make it mandatory for a hospital jet to make immediate arrangement for clean drinking water for all. Now here, the above statement is talking about contaminated water in the common source in the village, but as here is talking about pure drinking water in the hospital. Hence, this is not the perfect course of action. Second one, the 16-year-old factory located close to the drinking water source should be immediately shut down by the authorities in order to prevent the disease from spreading. Here in the second one, we have taken an assumption. What is the assumption we have taken here? Now, the 16-year-old factory, because of the 16-year-old factory, the water was contaminated. Is there anywhere given in the statement here? No. Nothing has been said about the factory here, and that is ruled out. Then, now if at all if this is the answer, now to this one, which is the main reason for the contaminated water should be given, isn't it? As that is not given, choice 2 cannot be your answer. Then coming to the third one, the source of the contaminated water should be identified, and using water from this source for drinking purpose should be banned until purified. This is the immediate course of action. By doing so, what happens here? These people will not consume this contaminated water, hence they can able to stop the spread of this disease. Hence choice 3, 8th one. Then question number 9 onwards. Now question number 9 onwards, these questions are based on syllogisms. Logically follows in this. Some bangles are circles. Some of the bangles or circles can be written like this. These are the bangles and these are circles. And some bangles are circles, all circles are shapes. All these circles are shapes, and no shape is a line. No shape is a line can be written like this. Some bangles are circles, all circles are shapes, no shape is a line. Then first one, no bangle is a line, definitely true. Some bangles are lines, that is false. Hence, in order to make the first conclusion false, because it is a negative conclusion, hence your diagram must be alternate diagram, some of the bangles are lines. Now tell me whether we can draw some bangles are lines like this or not. Alternate diagram proven, previous conclusion false. After making the previous negative conclusion false, then we should check out whether any affirmative conclusion which was false in the basic diagram has become true or not. Now in this diagram, in the second diagram, alternate diagram, now the second conclusion, some bangles or lines has become true. Then what is your answer here? When the first one is true, second is false. When the first is false, second is true. Hence, between these two, only one must follow. Hence, either 1 or 2. It is given in choice 5. Either 1 or 2, choice 5. Question number 9. Then, after this 9th one, then question number 10. Now, in this 10, no lid is a cover. This is lid and cover. No intersection between these two. No lid is cover. All bags are covers. No lid is what? No lid is cover. And all bags are what? All these bags are covers. All bags are covers. All purses are bags. Now, see. All purses are bags. All these purses are bags. All bags are covers. And no lid is a cover. No lid is a cover. Lid and cover should not be intersected, which implies that this lid cannot be intersected with purse, cannot be intersected with bag, cannot be intersected with cover, because it should not come into the outer circle itself. Then coming to the first conclusion, no bag is a lid, definitely true. Second one, all purses are covers, that is also true. Now the first conclusion is a negative conclusion. To make this one false, now we need to prove some bags are lids. Now tell me whether we can prove some bags are lids like this. Now if you draw some bags are lids like this, lid like this, now the statement no lid is cover will be false. As statement invalid, alternate diagram cannot be drawn, hence the previous conclusion will be true forever. Then what is your answer? Both 1 and 2, choice 1 is the answer. Question number 10, choice 1. Then 11th one. Now question number 11, all the fogs are what? All fogs are mist. All these fogs are mist. And some fogs are vapors. Some of the fogs are vapors. Some vapors are stems. Some vapors are stems. Then first one, all vapors are mist is a possibility. Possibility we can discuss afterwards. Second, some stems are mist. Stem is here, mist is here. No intersection between these two. That is false. Then coming to the first one, if you observe here, all the statements are affirmative. For a possibility, you can write as a single diagram. What is a single diagram here? Fog equals to mist equals to vapor equals to this stem. Now in this one, the first one is valid. Hence only conclusion 1 follows, choice 2. Or else, all vapors are mist means, now you can write your vapor mist like this. Then also it is valid. Hence only 2 is the answer level. Then coming to question number 12, all dances are routines. All the dances are routines can be written like this. All dances are routine. Some routines are workout, and no workout is a game. No workout is a, this is the basic diagram. First one, some dances are games. Some dances are games. Dance is here, game is here, no intersection between these two. All routines can never be. As what do you mean by this one? Can. Can stands for possibility, never stands for negative. Hence, this is a negative possibility. Then how to represent this one? All routines or games is not possible. And this is how to represent the can never be. All routines or games is not at all possible. Now we need to prove whether all routines or games is possible or not. If it is possible, his claim will be wrong. If it is not possible, his claim will be correct. Now I am checking out whether all routes can be games or not. Now this entire route, tell me whether it can be games or not. Now if you draw these games like this, then what happens here? No game is workout will be false. No workout is a game will be false. As it is false, it cannot be possible. As it cannot be possible, hence what is your answer here? Hence all routines can never be games is always true. Clear? Hence what is your answer? Only conclusion 2 follows. Only conclusion 2 follows. Question number 12, choice 4 is the answer. Done with this? 4th one. Then coming to question number 13, some quarrels or fights. Some of the quarrels or fights can be written like this. These are the quarrels which are fight, quarrel and fight. And some fights are argument, fight and argument, this is the basic diagram. And some arguments are problems, some of the arguments are. All the statements are affirmative, all the possibilities are true. Then some quarrels or argument. Quarrel is here and argument is here. No intersection between these two, that is false. Some fights are a problem. Problem is here. Fight is here. Here also no intersection between these two. Hence neither one nor two. Neither one nor two, choice 2 is the answer. Question number 13, it is choice 2. Neither one nor two. Then coming to question number 14. Now in this question number 14, no train is a plane. No train is a plane can be written like this. This is train and this is plane. No train is a plane. No train is a car. No train is a plane as well as car. This is car. And some planes are buses. Some of the planes or buses can be written like this. Then first one, all buses can never be trains. Can never be means it is a possibility. Second one, some cars or planes is a possibility. Some cars or planes is a possible. Now tell me whether some cars or planes is possible or not. Now this car should not be intersected with the train. It can be intersected with this all bus plane. Hence it is true. Second one is true. Then coming to the first one, all buses can never be trains. Means all buses are trains is not possible. Now tell me whether all buses are trains is possible or not. All these buses must be trains. If you draw like this, all buses are trains, then it will be, it is possible. Is it possible here? If you draw like this, then no train is a plane will be false because some of the trains are planes is true. Hence it is not at all possible. Hence it is also true. Hence what is your answer? Both 1 and 2, that is given in choice 5. 14th one, choice 5. Clear now? Now in these questions we had dealt with the can never be two terms. Please go through this one very, very carefully. Then question number 15. Which are the following expressions O lesser than G? Definitely true. Now O lesser than G. Now in the first one, O lesser than G means O to V. O lesser than V. Between O and G, there is 1 lesser than, 1 greater than, two opposite symbols, no relation. Then coming to the second one, between G and O, G greater than O is true. That means O lesser than G is also true. Then what is your answer? Only conclusion 2 follows. Then question number 16. 50 kilos of grains and other eatables worth rupees 30,000 were found missing from the storage area of a supermarket. Now from which area? From the storage area of a supermarket in city B. The owners are blaming the security guards and are also, they are blaming whom? Security guards. And are also accusing them means the security guards, of being partners in crime with the thieves. Clear? Now the owners are blaming the security guards for this theft. They are also blaming them whether they are a part of this theft as well. Okay? Crime with the thieves. The security guards argue that there were only 2 of them in duty, on duty. How many of them? Only 2 at that time. And there are a number of ways to get into the storage area, and all of them cannot be covered by only 2 people. Now the security guards claim is that as this is a larger area and it cannot be controlled by just 2 people, as there are many ways wherein, okay, the thieves can enter into this area. Clear? Hence, according to this security guards, we need some more people to control these type of thefts. Then which are the following support the security guard stand? Supporting means S. The people are very less. That's what we need to prove. Then tell me among the given choices, which choice is given like this. Now the CCTV footage shows that security guards took turns to walk around the storage area every half an hour. Now they used to cover this storage area for every half an hour. That means they keep on working on this one, isn't it? And this could be the reason or not. And this is supporting. That means these people are not lethargic and they are on to their work. Then choice 2. The company that provides security guards to the supermarket has a very clean record and is also known to train the guards well for a situation. There have been here in this condition number 2, choice 2, he is talking about how efficient the security guards are. Next one, that means it is weakening the owner's claim. Then third one, there have been a few other incidents of theft earlier in the supermarket stores, but none of them were so grave. Here he is talking about the previous experience rather than he is not discussing anything regarding the weakening or strengthening of the claims. Then fourth one, there are only 3 entrances to the storage area and all of them are covered with huge iron gates. Now this is what? This is weakening the security guard's claim. If the question is about the security guard's claim, choice 4 will be your answer. Why it will be choice 4? Because according to the security guard's claim, there are n number of areas, only 2 people were there and we cannot control all those areas. Now here it is clearly given there are only 3 entrances. All the 3 entrances were covered by huge iron gates and there is no possibility for the thief to enter into these areas without the support or the cooperation of the security guard. Clear? Now this is weakening the security guard's claim and strengthening the owner's claim. The question is like this, which among the following strengthens owner's claim? 4 is the answer. Which among the following weakens security guard's claim? 4 is the answer. And the question can be given in any way. Then fifth one, the security guards were seen talking to a few unknown men right outside the storage area during duty hours, okay, a week before the theft. That means now the fifth one is again supporting the owner's claim and weakening the theft. Now the security guard's claim. Hence among these the question is about what? Security guard's stand should be supported. Only one case where the security guard's stand can be supported, that is choice 1. Though it is not that much appropriate, but whereas we have opted for choice 1 because the other 4 can be eliminated. Clear? Best supporting means now we need to prove we need more security guards to this area. That should be clearly given. And this is about question number 16. Then question number 17 to 20. Now these 17 to 20 are based on what? O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, and V are seated in a straight line but not necessarily in the same order. Some of them are south while some of them are north. Now how many people are there? There are some 8 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people. Some of them are north and some of them are south. And P faces north clearly given. Now P is facing north. More people sit to the left of P than towards his right hand side. Isn't it? Hence different possibilities. How many possibilities we can have? Now P can be here. If P is here, P is facing towards north. How many people are there to the left hand side of P? There are only 4 people to the left of P. Then how many are to the right of P? Only 3. More number of people to the left hand side of P than towards his right hand side is valid or not? Now this is 1. Then what is the second possibility here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now P is here. There are 5 persons to the left of P because P is facing north. Only 2 to the right of P. And this is again one more point. And P can be 3rd place or P can be 4th place. There are 4 possibilities altogether. But whereas one more information given. What is that information here? V sits second to the right of P. As V is seated second to the right of P, in the first case V is here and in the second case V is here. Hence, among those 4 possibilities, finally we are left with only 2 possibilities because V is seated second to the right of P. Q sits 4th to the left of T. Q is 4th to the left of whom? 4th to the left hand side of T. Q sits 4th to the left of T. T is not an immediate neighbor of P. Now T is not an immediate neighbor of P. T cannot be in these 2 places. T is not an immediate neighbor of P. T cannot be in these 2 places. Isn't it? As T cannot be here, then let us discuss the different possibilities to this T. Now can T be here or not? Yes, can T be here or not? If T is here, then Q sits 4th to the left of T. Then T is facing towards north. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then Q will be here. Are you agreeing this one or not? Okay? Q sits 4th to the left of T is valid. Now this is one possibility. Then in the first case itself we can discuss about the remaining possibilities. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now P is here and this P is facing towards north and V is at this place and T cannot be in these two places, isn't it? Now tell me whether T can be here or not. If T is here, Q sits 4 through the left of T is not valid, then Q and V must be in the same place, which is not possible. T cannot be here as well. If T is here, P and Q must be in the same place, not possible. Hence, what is the other possibility? T can be here as well. If T is here, then Q sits 4 through the left of T, then T is facing towards south, 1, 2, 3, 4, Q will be here. Done with this? Now, in the first case, there are two possibilities to this T. Then coming to the second case, now tell me whether T can be here or not. If T is here 1, 2, 3, 4, Q and V must be in the same place, which is not possible. Hence, T cannot be here. Now, T can be here or not? If T is here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, Q will be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, Q will be here. If Q is here, isn't it? Then 1, 2, 3, 4, Q will be here. If Q is here, then this T is facing towards south. Then what is the other possibility here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now T cannot be at this place. If T is here, P and Q must be in the same place. And the leftover possibility is T at this place, 1, 2, 3, 4, and Q will be here, and P is here, facing north, V is here. And how many possibilities do we have? 4 possibilities. 1, 2, 3, 4. Q sits 4 through the left of T. Then, and hence in total 4 different possibilities. And T is not an immediate neighbor of P. T is not an immediate neighbor of P. In all the 4 cases, T is not an immediate neighbor of P. It is valid. Only 2 people between Q and U. Only 2 people between Q and U. In the first case, only 2 people between Q and U must be here. And in the second case, 1, 2, U must be here. And in the third case, 1, 2, U must be here. And in the fourth case, 1, 2, U must be here. Only 2 people between Q and U. Done with this? Then O sits second to the right of U. O is seated second to the right of U. Hence, in the first case, now this U is facing towards which direction? North, and O sits second to the right of U. And in the second case, O sits second to the right of U. O is here. Then U must be facing towards south. O sits second to the right of U. Then in the third case, U is facing south. O will be here. And in the fourth case, O is here. U is facing towards north. Clear? In 2 of the cases, U is north, and in 2 of the cases, U is south. And O sits second to the right of U. Both the immediate neighbors of O face north. Both the immediate neighbors of O are facing north. Now, in the first case, these 2 persons are facing towards north. And in the second case, both the immediate neighbors of O facing north is not possible because O is at an extreme end. This case is ruled out. And third case is also ruled out. Immediate neighbors of O are facing north. One of the immediate neighbors of O is T, facing south. This case is also ruled out. Finally, we are left with only 2 cases. Done with this? Then, both the immediate neighbors of O faces north. As both the immediate neighbors of O faces north, these 2 persons are facing towards north. And people sitting at the extreme ends facing opposite directions. Now, in the first case, people at the extreme ends, U and T are facing the same direction. And the first one is also ruled out. Finally, we are left with only the fourth one. Extreme ends opposite, T is south, then V is towards north. Then, at the extreme ends face opposite directions. Immediate neighbors of R face opposite directions. Immediate neighbors of R faces opposite direction. Can R be in between P and V? No, because if R is here, immediate neighbors are facing the same direction. Hence, R is here, then O will be facing towards south. Then who is the other person left over? S at this place. Then, in which direction this S is facing, any information here? Then, immediate neighbors of P face opposite direction. Immediate neighbors of P are facing opposite, that is Q and S are opposite. Q is north, S is south. Done with this? Now, this is the final arrangement. Now, if you observe here, though we have 4 possibilities, finally, we are left with only 1 possibility. Hence, while solving this one also, we have to work out this one in the same manner. Now, if you observe here, how many times we read the information? Only once. We should read the information only once. Accordingly, wherever there is a possibility for the second, then we need to work out there itself. Finally, with the help of one of the information, some of the cases will get invalid. Finally, whatever the case left over, that is the final arrangement. No second thought regarding that one. Okay? Now, this is about question number 17 to 22. Done with this? Now, two questions, the key for two of the questions seems to be wrong, isn't it? Now, 17th one, if you observe here, how many persons are facing south? There are 3 persons facing south, isn't it? There are some 3 persons facing south, that is choice 3. There are 3 persons facing south, choice 3. Now, question number 17. Here it is given as 2, but the answer is choice 3. 18th one, how many persons are in between U and P? Between U and P, there are 3 persons in between U and P. Choice 1 here, choice 1. But as in the key, it is given as choice 3, that is also wrong. 19 onwards, the key is matching. Okay? Please make a correction in these 2 questions in the key, 17 and 18. And this is about question number 17 to 21. Then question number 22. Has completed writing this one? While writing this one also, you are supposed to write all the 4 possibilities, rather than writing only the final arrangement. Then question number 22. Tell me what is the answer here. Which of the following conclusions is definitely false? T greater than or equals to O. Tell me whether it is true or false. Now, which element is common between these two? N is common, isn't it? As N is common between these two, then what is the relation between T and O? T and O, T and N is there, T lesser than N, that means N greater than T, isn't it? T lesser than N means N greater than T. Then what is the final conclusion we can have? O greater than T is 2. As O greater than T is 2, hence O, T lesser than O is 2. As T lesser than O is 2, T greater than or equals to O is true or false? Yes, what is the final conclusion I got? The final conclusion is T lesser than O is 2. As T lesser than O is 2, hence T greater than or equals to O is false. First conclusion is it? సరిపోయిందా లేదా? మీరు రివర్స్ ఆలోచించారు అది. ఇది వేయగానే మీరు వదిలేశారు దాన్ని. Now here the question is about false. Now in order to make this T greater, ఇంకొకసారి చూడండి. In order to prove this T greater than or equals to O false, అలా ఇచ్చాడు అనుకోండి క్వశ్చన్. In order to prove T greater than or equals to O false, tell me what should be proven? Lesser than O. If lesser than O is true, greater than or equals to O will be false. Finally, we have proven lesser than is true, and this is definitely false. Done? Choice 1 is the answer. Done with this? No. Now, if you check out choice 2, according to the key, 2 is given. Now, in 2, what happens? T lesser than N, that means N greater than T. What is the final conclusion we got? W greater than T is what we got. W greater than T is true or false? It is true, but as here, it must be false. Clear? Now, the question, if the question is about definitely true, 2 is the answer. The question is about false, 1 is the answer. Done with this? Now, this is about question number 22. Then coming to question number 23. Now, this question number 23 is based on input and output. Now, in this input and output, if you observe here, there are some 6 words given in the input and 6 numbers. All together, there are some 12 elements given. How many steps are there? 6th step is the final step. That means in each step exactly 2 elements are being arranged. 1 word and 1 number are arranged, isn't it? Then coming to the final arrangement, now all the 6 words are arranged at the first place. Bill, east, game, host, more, pay. All the words are arranged in the ascending order. Then 19, 29, 49, 59 numbers are arranged in the ascending order. words arranged in the ascending order, numbers arranged in the ascending order. Clear now? Then logic is finalized. Now we need to identify the pattern followed in this one. Now this pattern is a little bit different when compared with the earlier steps, isn't it? Then first tell me host at the same place 19 and so on. Bill. Bill and 89 are the two words which are arranged at the last two places. That means Bill is the least word, 89 is the highest number. These two were arranged at the last two places, and in further step, now Bill shifted to this place. After this Bill, next word. Before this number 89, the next previous number 79 arranged. Then after this one, Bill shifted to, now this Bill is shifted by how many places? Two places. Bill is coming here, Bill and east. Then the next word after east is game, written to the right hand side of east, and the number 59 written left hand side of 79. Done. Next one, Bill, east, game shifted to the next place. Next word is host, and now these three were fixed before 49. Next, all these four words were shifted like this, the next word. All the five words were shifted, next word. Now the number, next number is arranged at the left hand side. Clear now? This is how these were arranged in each of the steps. All these questions 23 to 28 are of the same order. Then 29 to 31. Now in this question numbers 29 to 31, these three are based on again CR. In the ongoing World Cup, some coaches, here is talking about some of the coaches have completely, underlined this word complete, completely banned players from accessing newspapers. The reason is clearly given. In order to keep their minds clean from negative thoughts. In order to keep their mind from negative thoughts, and these coaches completely banned what? Completely banned the newspapers. Because in the newspapers, different reviews will be there. By looking at those reviews, then what happens here? Then these people will get affected by this one. Now let us take for example yesterday's game. Yesterday's T20, what happened here? Finally, Australia won by the last one. That means now if you look at today's paper, now most of this today's paper is against this Umesh Yadav because he has given some 14 runs in the last over. If you observe here, Andru Umesh Yadav ne tirtunnaru. At the same time, some of the reviews were criticizing Dhoni as well. He has consumed something like 37 balls and he has scored only 29 out of those 37. Now in the last overs, though he has taken some 7 balls, he has scored only 2 runs. Isn't it? Now they are criticizing this Dhoni as well. If they look into this one, these newspapers, in the next match, this Dhoni and Umesh Yadav will be very nervous and they cannot give their 100% into that game. And this is the very basic reason why these people, coaches will ask the players not to go through the newspapers. Not through any media in fact, but as here they are insisting upon newspaper. Then, coming to this, banning access to television has also reportedly had a positive impact on the players' performance in the past. Now, if the question, any question is related to this one, which among the following statements A, B, C, D, E and F supports the coach's argument or decision, then A will be the answer. Follow avutunnara leda? Now these days has started giving these type of questions. One paragraph, statement followed by A, B, C, D, E and F, some 3 to 4 questions will be given. First we need to analyze A, B, C, D, E and F comes under which category. Now the first one is what? Supporting the coach's decision, isn't it? Why? Because earlier, now these players after watching television, the reviews, then their performance had a positive impact on the players' performance in the past. Banned access to television. As they have banned watching this television, the performance of the players were improved. And this is supporting the above thing. By banning newspaper also, the performance will be improved. Clear? This is supporting the coach's decision. A is supporting. A is supporting coach's decision. And B, a despairing news or report impairs the performance of players to some extent, isn't it? Now this is what? This is again, this is the assumption of the coaches. Why the coach has taken this decision? Because by despairing news, a negative news definitely impairs the performance of the players to some extent. Anukunnada leda? What is the main reason why this person has stopped this one? Because a negative news will definitely affect these people. And this is the assumption of the coach. Hence B comes under which category? The assumption. Clear now? B is the assumption of the coach. If we were not banned this one, a negative news, these people will affect. Hence they have banned the newspaper. Then coming to the third. Having positive thoughts are more important for players than regular practice and training. Is he comparing anything regarding between these two? No. Hence C is nowhere related to the above statement. If I have stopped there itself, then we can consider this one. But whereas he is comparing this one with practice and training, it cannot be considered. Activities such as video games and gym should also be banned for better performance. Now, is he talking anything regarding these two in the above thing, in the above statement? No. Whether there is a negative aspect of this one or not, that is also not known. This is also ruled out. Players do not access news from any other media. Now, this is what? Now, this person, the author has banned only from the newspaper. Why this author has not banned the remaining? Television or something else, why this person has not banned the remaining? Let us take for example this internet, isn't it? All this has not banned. Why? Because according to that person, his assumption is that these players will not or do not access the remaining. If this person thought that the players will access the remaining as well, then he will ban that one as well. అవునా కదా, వాడు బ్యాన్ చేయకపోవడానికి కారణం ఏంటి చెప్పండి? రిమైనింగ్ వాడు ఉద్దేశం ప్రకారం వాళ్ళు న్యూస్ పేపర్ తప్పించి వేరే చూడరు అని వాడు ఉద్దేశం. చూస్తారు అని అనుకుని ఉంటే అది కూడా బ్యాన్ చేసేవాడు. లేదు కాబట్టి he has not banned this one. Hence this one is again the assumption of whom? Assumption of the coach. Then F, ban on any activity otherwise carried out daily by the players is frustrating for the players and thus impacts their performance negatively. Now this is what? This is weakening the coaches. This is weakening the coach's decision, isn't it? The coach has decided not to go through the newspaper. Daily some of the players, let us take for example, they were very habituated for this newspaper. If they were not going through the newspaper, definitely their performance will also get affected or not. There will be a negative impact. This is weakening coaches. This is how to analyze the statements. Now let us take for example these days, now in the early morning you are habituated for newspaper. Then if the newspaper hasn't come on the day, then what happens? You keep on roaming in the house. అవునా కదా, టైంకి మనకి 6 o'clock న్యూస్పేపర్ రాలేదనుకోండి, అప్పుడు ఏమైపోతుంది? అలా తిరుగుతూనే ఉంటాం, 4-5 సార్లు చూస్తాం వాడు వచ్చాడా లేదా వచ్చాడా, isn't it? And that too, finally if that person hasn't come, అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాం చెప్పండి? Why that person hasn't come అని ఫ్రస్ట్రేషన్తో చెక్ చేస్తాం. Because maybe there is a holiday, isn't it? Hence, daily happening, that effect will be carried throughout the day for you as well. Then, rather than, now daily you are habituated to go through e-nod newspaper. Now because of lack of availability, that person has given, the newspaper boy has given you some other newspaper other than e-nod. Andhrajyoti, Andhra Prabha వేసాడు. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది చెప్పండి? Okay, that frustration will be there, isn't it? Till you have gone through this e-nod newspaper, okay, and you cannot be as normal as you were earlier, isn't it? Daily activities ఒకదానికి అలవాటు అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఎర్లీ మార్నింగ్ టీ తాగడం అలవాటు, టీ పడలేదు అనుకున్న పొట్టలో ఏమవుతుంది? డిఫరెంట్ రీజన్స్, isn't it? లేవడానికి బద్ధకంగా ఉంది, క్లాస్లో వచ్చి పడుకుంటూ పోతాం, isn't it? All these are different consequences. Then let us go through the questions now. Which of the given statements can be inferred? Yes, tell me which of the following can be inferred here? A can be inferred, isn't it? Now, A is supporting. Supporting is nothing but it is drawing from the above statement. Now, among the given statements, A can be supporting. Avuna kada? Which of the following, banning access to television has also reportedly had a positive impact on the player's performance in the past. Hence, we can take A as somewhat it is closer to this one, isn't it? Now, B, a despairing news or report impairs the performance of players to some extent, isn't it? Now, B, fine. Now, A is supporting. Now, what can we derive from this one? Why the person has done this one? Because if there is any negative statement, negative information regarding these persons, their performance will get affected. Hence, B can be taken as your answer, B, choice 1. Then, question number 30, which are the following statements an assumption implicit in banning newspapers? What is an assumption here? B and E. Out of these two, what is given here? E is given, you can opt for this. Choice 2. Then question number 31. Which are the given statements weakens the strategy followed by the certain coaches? Weakens means, which is weakening here? F. Choice 5 is the answer. First, if you could able to analyze like this, then you can easily mark the answers. Avuna kada? You could able to find the difference. Or else if you haven't done like this, మీరు ఇలా చేయలేదు అనుకుందాం, అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది చెప్పండి? You will go through the choices. Then again reading all the choices for each and every question. Then you will be stuck with 2 to 3 different answers. అరే ఇది కూడా అయ్యేటట్టు ఉంది, ఇది కూడా అయ్యేటట్టు ఉంది, కన్ఫ్యూజన్ వస్తుంది మనకి. Hence, while solving these type of questions in particular, first we should analyze the given A, B, C, D, E, and F. Now you should work out like. Then you can directly answer and the accuracy will be more in such type of evaluation. Clear? And this is about question number 31. As 32 please. Now question number 32. Now the relation between O and D. Definitely true means, now between O and D, O greater than D, definitely true, choice 1. Choice 1 is the answer. Then question number 33 onwards. These are based on data sufficiency. On which day of the week did Samir submit his project work? Starting on Monday and ending on Sunday, isn't it? Then Samir's mentor correctly remembered that Samir submitted his project after Monday, before Friday, and the possibility is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Hence, with the help of condition number 1, there are 3 different answers. 1 alone is not sufficient. Then condition number 2, Samir's teacher correctly remembered that Samir submitted his project after Wednesday, before Sunday, after Wednesday, before Sunday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Hence again, 3 more possible, isn't it? Hence, 1 alone is not sufficient, 2 alone is not sufficient. Then by combining these 2, tell me which day is common between these 2? Thursday. And this person has submitted on Thursday. How do we got the answer? Only by combining these 2. Hence, both the statements is required. Choice please. The data in both the statements are necessary. Choice 2. 33, choice 2 is the answer. Then coming to question number 34. Which direction is S facing? Now we need to identify the direction of this S. Z and S are facing the same direction. If Z turns to his right, he and K will be facing opposite direction. Now in the entire statement, is there any direction given here? Direction is not given. Hence 1 alone is not sufficient. Now in the second, if you observe here, B is facing the direction opposite to that of S. If B turns 90 degrees to his right, he and K will face, K is facing east. As K is facing east, now if B turns 90 degrees, then he will face east. And without turning 90 degrees towards his right hand side, isn't it? Now in which direction this B is facing, tell me? North. Now B is facing north. As B is facing north, then B and K, opposite direction, then K is facing towards south. Now the question is about what? S. Then any information regarding this S? B is facing the direction opposite to that of S. B is north, S is south. Are you getting the answer or not? And so only 2 alone is sufficient. Only 2 alone is sufficient. Choice 1 is the answer. Follow here leda? Now question number 34. What is given in this 34? 34. ఒక్కసారి చూడండి. Now the key. What is the key given here? 34, 2 is given. 2 means both the statements are necessary. Okay. Now again let us check out 2. B is facing the same direction opposite to that of S. B and S are opposite directions ఇచ్చాడు కదా. If B is east, S will be west. B is north, S will be south, and so on. And if B turns 90 degrees towards his right hand side, B and K will be of the same direction after turning 90 degrees towards his right. K is facing eastern. As K is facing east, now this B will come to east after turning 90 degrees towards his right hand side. Without turning 90 degrees towards his right hand side, what is his direction? North. అంతే కదా. B north పక్క ఉన్నాడు. 90 degrees right తిరిగితే now B and K are facing the same direction. K is eastern. Now B is facing towards which direction? Without turning, now this B is facing north. As B is facing north, B and S are facing opposite directions. B is north, S is south. What else information do we require? ఇంకైనా కావాలా మనకి? S direction వచ్చిందా లేదా? That's only 2 alone is sufficient. Okay? డైరెక్ట్గా ఇవ్వలేదు కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ కొద్దిగా కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అయింది. Done with this? Only 2 alone is sufficient. Now 1 is not required at all to get the answer along with 2. 34 choice 1. Then 35. Now in question number 35, 5 people are seated around a circular table, some inward, some are outward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, A, B, C, D and E seated around a circular table, some are facing and some are opposite. Who is seated second to the left of D? Now the question is about what? Who is seated second to the left hand side of D is the question. Then, and some are, condition number 1. D is to the immediate right of C, C is facing outside. Now information clearly given, C is facing outside, D is to the immediate right of C, D will be here, and B is not an immediate neighbor of D and C. As B is not an immediate neighbor of D and C, B will be here, and B is here. E is seated second to the right of D. As E is seated second to the right of D, D cannot be away. If D is away, then B and E must be in the same place, not possible. Hence, D is towards the center, E is seated second to the right of D. Then, whatever, who is the person left over? A is the person left over. Then the question is about who is seated second to the left of D? Are you getting the answer or not? Now the direction of this D is also clearly known, center. Hence, B is seated second to the left of D. Hence, 1 alone is sufficient. Clear now? 1 alone is sufficient. Then, coming to condition number 211, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A is facing away from the center. A is here. E is seated second to the right of A. E will be here. A is an immediate neighbor of both D and B. Hence, C will be here. A is an immediate, B is facing outside. As B is facing outside, B, if B is here, faces outside. B is here, faces out. As there are 2 different positions of this one, then seated second to the left hand side of B is here, D will be here, B is here, D will be here. The exact position of D is not known. Second to the left hand side of D is also not known. Hence, 2 alone is not sufficient. Only 1 alone is sufficient. And choice 3 is the answer. Question number 35, it is choice 3. Then 36. Now, question number 36, it is based on coding and decoding. Whenever coding and decoding is given, you can directly work out on the statement itself, rather than rewriting the statement. Then, how is the word book coded in the code language? Then, no book said that, said know that, said know that, here also said know that is common. As 3 words are common, 3 codes are common, then which is, what are the elements which are common? 1, 4 and 5 are common. Hence 1, 4 and 5 are the codes to these 3 words in any order. Now in the first statement, book is the only thing left over, and which is left over, and hence the code to the word book is N. One alone is sufficient or not? One alone is done. Then coming to condition number 2, book all the shows, book that seat number, isn't it? Book that seat number. Then tell me which word is common. Book is the only word which is common between these two. And which code is common? And is common, and the code to the word book is N. One alone is sufficient, two alone is sufficient, each statement alone is sufficient. Hence, either 1 or 2, choice 4. Question number 36, it is choice 4. Then coming to 37, how is V related to Z? How is V related to Z? Your answer should be regarding Z, V, regarding V. Then condition number 1. M is the mother of V, can be written like this. N is the father of Z, N is the son of B, M is the daughter-in-law of A. As M is the daughter-in-law of A, that means M's husband is the son of A, isn't it? M is the daughter-in-law of A. M's husband is the son of A, and N is the father of Z, N is the son of B, M is the father-in-law of A, isn't it? M is the daughter. Now, sir, is there any information how this N and Z and N and B related to these persons is not known. Hence, one alone is not sufficient. Then coming to condition number 2. Now, the question is about what? How is V related to Z? Then, N is the father of Z, N is here. Now, this N is the father of whom? N is the father of Z. M is the daughter-in-law of A. M is the wife of N. M is the wife of N. N is the father of Z. M is the daughter-in-law of A. M is the daughter-in-law of A means A will be here. N is the father of Z. N is the father of Z. M is the daughter-in-law of A. And M is the wife of N. A has only one child. One child, that is none other than N. V is the granddaughter of A. As V is the granddaughter of A, as this A is having only one child, hence this V must be the daughter of N. Then what is the question here? How is V related to Z? How is this V related to Z? V is the sister of Z. Are you getting the answer or not? Hence only 2 alone is sufficient. Choice 1 is the answer. 37, choice 1. Then question numbers 38 to 43. Now, this is again based on puzzle. In a school, 7 languages are there: Hindi, English, Marathi, Malayalam, Gujarati, Bengali and Tamil are to be taught on 7 different days of the week, starting on Monday and ending on Sunday. Starting on Monday and ending on Sunday, isn't it? Hence, let us start with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Starting on Monday and ending on Sunday. Then condition number 1. Different days starting on Monday and ending on Sunday. Only 1 language will be taught on one day. Only 3 languages will be taught each day, exactly 1 language, isn't it? Next one will be taught on a day. Only 3 languages will be taught in between the days on which Gujarati and Tamil will be taught. Gujarati will be taught before Tamil. Gujarati is before Tamil. As Gujarati is before Tamil, then tell me how many different possibilities we can have. Now, if you take Gujarati at this place, between Gujarati and Tamil, 1, 2, 3, Tamil will be here. That is one possibility. The second possibility, if Gujarati is here on Tuesday, then 1, 2, 3, Tamil will be here. That is the second possibility. Now, if these 2 are invalid, then the final will be Gujarati on Wednesday, Sunday will be on, Tamil will be on Sunday. Here there are 3 possibilities. In this diagram, as it is a 2-dimensional figure, it is possible for us to only to represent 2 at a time. If these two are invalid, then you can directly start with Gujarati on Wednesday. Clear? Then only one language will be taught on a day. 3 languages will be taught in between the days on which Gujarati and Tamil will be taught. Gujarati will be taught before Tamil, and only 2 languages will be taught between Bengali and Malayalam. Between Bengali and Malayalam, how many should be there? 2. Now, between these 2, which is before who, what is not clearly given, isn't it? 2 between Bengali and Malayalam. Hindi will be taught immediately before Bengali. Hindi is immediately before Bengali, isn't it? Hindi before Bengali. Hindi will be taught on one of the days before Tamil. Hindi is one of the days before Tamil. That information is not required at all. Hindi is one of the days before Tamil. The next one. Hindi, one of the days before Tamil. English will be taught on Friday. Now, this is the information given. English is on Friday. This is fixed, and the second case is ruled out now, isn't it? Second case is ruled out. As second case is ruled out, and the third case is what? Gujarati is here, Tamil is here, and English is on Friday. English on. Now, we have taken all the different possibilities. Then, now in this one, Hindi, Bengali and Bengali must be adjacent to each other, isn't it? As Hindi and Bengali must be adjacent to each other. Now, in this case, this must be Hindi. Hindi is on Wednesday. This is Bengali. Now, between Bengali and Malayalam, there must be exactly 2. Malayalam is here. Now, in this case, now Hindi will be here. Bengali is here. Now, between Bengali and Malayalam, there must be 2. These are 2. Malayalam and English must be in the same place, not possible. This case is ruled out. Finally, we are left with only one case. Then what else is left over here? And Marathi. Marathi will be on this one. Though we haven't got the entire information, the final arrangement has been fixed here. Motham chadavane ledu manam madhyalone ayipoyi, isn't it? Now, this is about question numbers 38 to 43. Write down the final arrangement. Clear now? 38 to 43. Then 44 to 48. 44 to 48. These are based on coded inequalities. Now, in these coded inequalities, the relation between R and S. S is here, R is here. The element which is common between these two is P is common. S lesser than P. R lesser than or equals to P means P greater than or equals to R. Now, between S and R, there are 2 opposite symbols, and first conclusion cannot be drawn. Then coming to the second one. What is the second one here? Now, the second conclusion is now 1 minute. Now, S greater than P is there. Now, it is greater than. Now, R lesser than or equals to P means P greater than or equals to R. Hence, between S and R, S greater than R is true. R lesser than S is also true. Then coming to the second, R lesser than or equals to I. Now, here in this one, R lesser than or equals to I is valid. Hence, both 1 and 2, it is given in choice 2. Question number 44, choice 2 is the answer. Then 45, now the relation between T and S. S is here, T is here, the letter which is common is P. S greater than P, P lesser than or equals to T. Now, between S and T, S greater than P, P lesser than, 1 greater than, 1 lesser than, 2 opposite symbols. First one is ruled out. Second, T and I. Now, between T and I, now R lesser than or equals to P. R lesser than or equals to P, and P lesser than or equals to T. P lesser than or equals to T. Isn't it? Then what is your answer here? R lesser than or equals to T is true. I got it. Now, question number 45. The first conclusion, what happened to the first conclusion here? T greater than or equals to S, 2 opposite symbols between these 2. Then coming to the second one, T and I. Now, P lesser than or equals to T. P is lesser than or equals to T. And again, P, the relation between P and I. P is lesser than or equals to I. P lesser than or equals to I. That means I greater than or equals to P. రాసుకోవచ్చా లేదా? I greater than or equals to P. Hence, between P and I and T, there are two opposite symbols. No relation, neither one nor two. Choice 4. 45. Then 46. Now question number 46. Now the relation between M and A. M is here, A is here. Now element which is common is A is common. Hence M greater than A greater than E. M greater than E is definitely true. Then second one G and E. A is here, G is here. G lesser than F. F greater than G. F is greater than. Now between A and G. Which element is common here? Greater than. A greater than G. G lesser than A. Both 1 and 2. Choice 4. 46 it is choice 4. Then coming to 47. Now in this 47, the relation between I and E. E is here, I is here. Tell me which element is common between these two. Now here, I equals to T. Now in the place of T, I can take it as I. Now the relation between I and G. Now G greater than or I greater than or equals to G. That means G is lesser than or equals to I. అవునా కదా? Then the relation between I and E. Now E, 1 greater than, 1 lesser than. Hence two opposite symbols. No conclusion can be drawn. Hence neither one nor two, choice 1. 47. Then coming to 48, the relation between S and M. M is here, S is here, P is common between these two. M greater than P. S lesser than P means P greater than S. Between M and S greater than. M is greater than S, S lesser than M is definitely true. Second one, the relation between O and M. Now the relation between O and M, now P is common. Now O greater than P, P lesser than O. Between O and M, two opposite symbols, second is false. Only conclusion 1 is true, choice 3 is the answer. 48, it is choice. O lesser than M, only 1, choice 3. Sarvendra 48, then 49 and 50. Now question number 49. There are two statements A and B. Independent causes are effects of independent causes and so on. The retail price of domestic passenger cars, the retail price of what? Domestic passenger cars have remained unchanged for the past 2 years for all car makers. All the car makers are not changing, okay, the prices of these cars. What could be the reason behind this one? Yes, tell me what could be the reason behind this. The reason could be maybe the demand for the cars is very, very less. When the demand is very less, they cannot increase the prices. If they increase the price, the demand will be much more lesser. Isn't it? That could be the reason. Or could be the other thing. Or the demand is there, the input prices have completely come down. The raw material prices have come down, hence there will be a margin for them and there is no necessity for them to increase the prices. Isn't it? Hence, there could be different reasons, different causes for this effect. And this is an effect and the causes were different. Then coming to the second, the prices of steel, a key raw material for making cars, have increased substantially, In the first one we discussed about raw material decrease. Now here, increase in the raw material or the past fuel. If there is an increase in this one, then what should happen here? The effect of this one must be the cars prices should also go up. That is one case. Another case, maybe steel is increased. The other raw materials may come down. Then what happens? That will be equilibrium between. And that could be the another reason. Hence, what is the reason? Why the steel prices have increased? Maybe the demand is more or the availability is less. Here we are talking about the steel, the key raw material, steel. Why the steel has increased? Maybe the demand is more and they have increased the prices. Or what is the other possibility? Demand is more or the production is very less. Hence, they have increased the prices. And this is also an effect of different causes. This is also an effect of different causes. These two are effects of independent causes. These two are effects of independent causes. Tell me what is your answer here? Choice 5 is the answer. For event A to happen, there are different reasons. For event B to happen, there are different reasons. These two reasons are different to each other. Hence, these two are effects of independent causes. Clear now? And this is about choice 5. 49. Then finally, question number 50. Now, in this 50, O lesser than G definitely be true. O lesser than G definitely be true. Now, in the first one, two opposite symbols, no relation between O and G. Now, in the second, O is here, D is here. Now, V lesser than G, forget about this V. Now, between V and G, what is happening here? There is one lesser than, one greater than, two opposite symbols that is ruled out. Then coming to the third one. What is the third one here? O and G. O and G, between G and O, G greater than O is true. O lesser than G will also be true. Choice 3 is the answer. And this is about question numbers 1 to 50 in paper number 1318. Done with this? Yes, next one. Number series. Any doubts in these number series? 173 to 178. Now, question number 173. Now, the difference between these numbers. Tell me what is the difference here? 2, 7 plus 2, 9, 9 plus 7, 16, 16 plus how much? 16 plus 11 is 27. Now, 2, 7, 11, 27 plus how much? 14, 14. Now, the difference is 5. Here the difference is 4. Here the difference is 3. Next difference is how much? 2. 14 plus 2 is how much? 16 should be added to this 41. 41 plus 16, 57. Choice 1 is the answer. Done with this? 173. Then 174, 3 and 4. Now, starting with 3, ending with 924, as the numbers are increasing at a very faster rate, hence it must be under product or combination. 3 and 4 cannot be related in the product, hence it is combination. Hence, and again in the case of combination, we need to check out that the highest pair is not possible because there is a blank. The next highest pair will be 9 and 30. How can you express this one? 9 into 4, 36, minus 4 is 32, and now this will be 4 into 3, 12, minus 3 is 9, 3 into 2, 6, minus 2 is 2. Into 2 minus 2, into 3 minus 3, into 4 minus 4. Next one into 5 minus 5. 32 into 5 is how much? 160 minus 5, 155, choice 3. 174. Then coming to question number 175. 9, 5.5, 6.5. 9 and 5.5 can be written as 9 into 0.5 is how much? 4.5. Plus 1 is 5.5. Into 0.5 plus 1. 9 into 0.5 is 4.5 plus 1 is 5.5. 5.5 into 1 plus 1, that is 6.5, that is into 1 plus 1. 6.5 into 1.5. 6.5 into how much? 2. Into 2 is 13 plus 1 is 14, that is into 2 plus 1. Then 0.5 and 1 into 2. 1 and 2 into 2. Next one, 2 into 2 is how much? 4. Now 14 into 4, how much? 56 plus 1, 57. Next one, 4 into 2 is how much? Into 8 plus 1. Now 57 into 8 plus 1 is your answer. Yes, what is 57 into 8? 50 into 8, 400. 7 into 8, 56 plus 1, 57. 457 plus 1. Hence, what is your answer here? 457, choice 4. 175. 0.5 plus 1 into 1 plus 1 into 2 plus 1 into 4 plus 1 into 8 plus 1. Then question number 176. Now, in this 176, as the numbers are decreasing, then 109 and 104, what is the difference here? 5. Next difference, 10. Next difference, 77 and this one, 17. Another. Next difference is how much? 51 and this one. The difference will be 26. Now, what are these numbers? 5 can be written as 2 square plus 1. 10 can be written as 3 square plus 1. and 17 can be written as 4 square plus 1, 26 can be written as 5 square plus, or else you can go for the difference. 5 and 10, 5, 10 and 7, 17, 17 plus 9, 26, and so on. And the next one must be what? 6 square plus 1. What is 6 square plus 1? 37. 37 should be subtracted or added? Subtracted. 51 minus 37, 14, choice 4. 176, it is choice 4. 177, 26, 31, 20, 15, 14. Numbers are increasing and decreasing. Whenever the numbers are increasing and decreasing, now we need to check out the alternate numbers. 26 minus 6 is 20, 20 minus 6 is 14, next one 31 minus 6 is 25, 25 minus 6 is 19, choice 2. Numbers increasing, decreasing, go for the alternate 6 and 6. Then 178. Now in this 178, 16 and 173. Yes, what is the difference here? 1.3. Next one, 17.3 and 19.9, 2.6. 19.9 and 23.8. Difference is how much? 3.9. What are these numbers? 13 into 1, 13 into 2, 13 into 3, next one 13 into 4. Next one 13 into 5 is how much? 65. That is 6.5 should be added. 29 plus 6.5, 35.5, choice 4. Now this is about paper number 18, 1318, question numbers 1 to 50, 173 to 178. Done with this? Any doubts in these questions? Clear? The difference between the numbers are multiples of 1.3 plus 1.3 plus 2.6 plus 3.9 and so on. And today there is no quant session, okay?